Greetings, this is Rob from Android Community, and up today we have a video walkthrough of the Alcatel ONE TOUCH Fierce. And as you can see from the logo on the bottom there, this one's going to be heading to T-Mobile. In fact, it will be widely available with T-Mobile in just a few days' time. Taking a little tour of the handset here, we have a 4.5-inch display up front, and that's QHD, which is 960 by 540. It has a MediaTek processor, 1.2 gigahertz, along with 1 gigabyte of RAM, 4 gigabytes of internal storage, a micro SD card, and an 1800 battery. Basic, mid-range, nothing over the top. But the handset still, it performs reasonably well. That's to say, it served us well in basic tasks, messaging, voice calls, some games, camera use, and social networking, the average things that everyday users are going to be looking for. In the case of the cameras, there's a 5 megapixel on the back. It has a flash, and as you'll see, we have some sample images in our written review. The pictures are better outside and better in high light or bright light, but they seem to suffer a bit in low light and close up. Still, they should be good for those looking just to share on social sites or share over email and the like. Apps all run well. The phone scrolls well. There's really not much to complain about here, other than the fact it's, not a super high-end device, which is what some people happen to want. It's running Android 4.2.2 Jelly Bean, and T-Mobile has a pretty clean install here. A good number of these apps are ones that we added on for our testing and our use case. But there are the basics such as mobile hotspot and T-Mobile TV that were added on by the carrier. Those pretty much a given with any carrier branded phone though, so there's not too much you can do about that. Otherwise, as you can see, we have the Alcatel logo and the front-facing camera up top. The 3 capacitive buttons along the bottom. Flipping over to the sides, that side's clean and clear. The opposite side has just the volume rocker. The bottom is the micro USB for charging, and the top has both your power button and headphone jack. We already touched on the back as far as the camera. There's also the speaker along the bottom, which as far as speaker placement goes, obviously such as devices like the HTC One are pretty nice with the front facing, but this bottom seems to work good for when it's in your hand. The sound kind of funnels out a little bit. Not the best, but it seems to help. And then the phone itself feels solid, feels really strong, really durable. It's kind of got a soft texture to it, and overall it's a comfortable phone to hold. It doesn't feel like it's gonna fall in two. It doesn't necessarily feel like a budget device. And the back does come off, which is where the micro SD card slot is, and although the battery is here, it's non-removable. So, for some that may be an issue, but we suspect, given the market, it's probably nothing to worry about. Otherwise, again, this was Rob from Android Community, and this was a look at the Alcatel ONE TOUCH Fierce for T-Mobile.